Okay, sorry, yeah. So we're talking about this example here, okay, where you have cost price, selling price, and quantity. And we are saying profit equal to, we have given the formula. Now we are looking at the various ways of producing this output. Ways of producing this output. Okay. So, okay, so here you have, okay, the last option. I'm going to share the code also, okay? I'll tell you where you can find the code. After the class, I'll share the code as well. Okay. So you come here, okay? Now see what we are doing here, we are putting it in same order, right? First curly bracket should be replaced with first variable, second with second, so on. Now, second case, let's say if this is not in same order, let's say profit is here. For some reason, you have given profit here. Now, if you run it, what happens? Second bracket will be replaced with profit, isn't it? So what you can do is you can indicate that don't use second one, use third one. In Python, remember this, and we will see it all, in every concept that we discuss. Counting starts from 0. Okay, in Python, counting starts from 0. Okay, in R programming, counting starts from 1. In Python, counting starts from 0. By default, the first member will be given number 0. So quantity is 0. Okay, I want to put quantity here, so I'll say 0. Okay, now bought at cost price is 0, 1, 2. So you put 2 here. Okay, selling price is 3. So you put 3 here. Profit is 1. So I'll put 1 here. Okay, this is also going to give you same out. Okay, so these 4 are, okay, ways of doing same thing, in different ways. Okay, when it is just 1 or 2 variables, I prefer this style. Okay, that my personal preference. If it is more than 2 variables we have to deal with, I prefer this one. Okay, I don't use these two. Okay, I use first 2, and if it is just 1 or 2 variables to handle in a print, I use the regular stuff that we do. If it is more than 2 variable, I prefer this. Okay, but it's up to you, whichever, they are all 3 or 4 are example of doing same thing. It's up to you how you want to, or which one you want to use it. Okay, it's for convenience. Okay, but all these are valid ways of replacing variables in a text, where you don't have to use comma, quotation, comma, quotation. Okay, okay. Now let's say if, like here, the total this ran into beyond the screen, correct? We have to scroll it. So there's option here. Okay, what's the option? Actually, PyCharm will do it automatically for us. Let's say I want to break it here, or maybe after and let's break it. So put your cursor here and you hit enter. Okay, PyCharm has already done it. Now you can see how we do it. So in print, okay, you put quotation, you put everything here, then you hit enter and you put quotation again in next line. There is no comma, nothing. Okay, so this is the way to tell to the Python that it is a same line, continuation. Okay, when you have 2 big line to write, right? So instead of writing in same line, you can break it this way. Okay, I can do that for everything. Okay, just break it near the quotation. Okay, if you are putting F, you have to put F in both the lines. Okay, here also F quotation, end with quotation, F quotation, ends with quotation. But when you're doing format, then you don't have to do it. Okay. So this is to use format, and okay. Now we will also have another example to deal with. Let's say here I have quantity, okay, equal to maybe 13, and total cost equal to, let's say, 500. Now here, cost per quantity will be total cost divided by quantity, right? Now, see here we call it as, now we already discussed about data types. We know the data types. What are the 5 data types? Integer, float, complex, string, and Boolean, right? Now, these are called data types, okay? And what is the data type of quantity line number 22? Integer. Cost here, integer, right? And cost per quantity, no. You have division, right? So when you divide something, you get decimal values. Okay.
Float.
So
I
this
think
becomes float, yes. So we have something called as implicit conversion and explicit conversion. Implicit and explicit conversion. Okay. Not important to know from programming perspective, but it is good to know that these things, the terms, right? So when the conversion of data type happens automatically, like the moment you say quantity equal to 13, it becomes integer automatically by itself. When you say cost per quantity, it became float automatically by itself. So we say implicit. Implicit means by itself. It got converted into particular data type. Now, I can change it again. I can say cost per quantity equal to hello. Now, if I say cost per quantity hello, it became string automatically, right? It's called implicit conversion. Explicit is when you forcefully convert into particular data type. For example, let's take quantity here. Quantity is 13. If I put in bracket quotation, what it will become? String. Okay. So now when I run it, you get error. See, exit code 1. Exit code 1 means there is some error. Okay. 0 means your program has run fine. When you see 1, that means there is some error. Okay. So see, it has said type error, unsupported operand for slash, per division for integer and string. So one is integer, one is string. You cannot apply division because 13 became string. Okay, implicit conversion. So what I'm doing is I will put it as integer here. So there are function with these names. So you have function for integer, you have function for string, you have function for bool, you have function for float. Okay, you have function for complex. Now, these function with the data type name are used to convert one data type into another data type. So if you want to convert something into string, you say str of. If you want to convert something into integer, you say int of. If you want to convert something into boolean, you say bool of. But remember, it is possible only when if data is convertible. Now 13 can be converted to integer. But if I put hello here, hello cannot be converted. So again, if I run this, so see, you'll get int with base 10. Okay. So you cannot convert into, hello cannot be converted into integer. You get error. But if you give 13, 15, 18, 14, whatever, any number you give, it will be converted into integer and you get exit code 0. That means no error. So you can use these functions to convert. This is called explicit conversion. You are forcing it to convert into another data type. Okay. Now, okay. Now let's do the print like previous stuff. So I'm going to say here, print cost per item for quantity. Okay. I'll put F here and I'm going to say quantity, cost per item quantity and total cost is cost per quantity, correct? Now let's print this output. Now you see here, cost per item for quantity 14,500 is 35.71428, so many digit. Let's say you don't want so many digits. You only want one decimal point. Okay. So in this bracket, the first part is your variable. Variable can be separated by colon here. So I don't want to format these two. So I left it as it is. But I want to format this. So I'll say colon. After colon, you can indicate what you want to do. I want to do 0.1f. 0.1f means after decimal point, I want only one number. And that answer should be float. Okay. So see, you got 35.7. I want two variables after decimal point. I'll say 0.2f. So you get 35.71. Okay. So you can format your float values to a given decimal point. Okay. So using colon and 0.2. You can put colon and then whatever format you want to do. Okay. Now let's take example of. Now see, these things are like tips. Okay, what we are doing yesterday also, what we did, I mean, Saturday and today, what we are doing is like tips. When we do actual programming, these things will be helpful. Okay, so treat these as learning concept. Each is like one concept, one concept. Okay, when we do actual programming like machine learning or even data visualization and all, we will be using these concepts. Okay, so there it will be easy to handle. Okay, so I was talking about how to format string. There is a way to format string also. Okay, so I'll show you with an example. Let's take player. I call player. Let's say I say okay, so I'll say print f player. Okay. This is Kohli who plays for country as a position in cricket, let's say. Okay. Now let me put. Okay. Now you can also put these variables in same line. Okay. So what I mean is, okay, I can say player, comma, country. Okay. Comma, position. Okay. And here I'll give some country. Let's say I put okay, and position. Let's see. Okay. Let's run it. Okay. Now you see here. This is Kohli who plays for India as opener in cricket, right? Because here name, country, and position all is short. So you get shorter text. A shorter line, right? But this is big, right? It goes on till here. But let's say if you want to display text exactly below each other, right? For example, if Kohli is small, you want to give blank spaces here, right? You can give blank spaces, right? Here, like this. Okay. But problem is, we don't know how many blank spaces. See, because these are variables, right? Tomorrow, if I put Rohit, then I have to change the blank spaces. So you can do text formatting here. Okay, so how to do formatting? Colon, okay, colon, and we have to assign given number of spaces, given number of blank spaces. Okay, so let's say I want to assign for player name 15 spaces. So I'll put 15. I'll put 15. That means what I'm saying, I'm giving 15 spaces. The name should be printed within those 15 spaces. So if the name is less than 15 characters, so if Kohli is like 5 characters, 10 spaces will be blank. Now question is, which 10 spaces will be blank? You can do left alignment, where text will be on the left, spaces will be on the right. You can do right alignment, where text will be on the right side, spaces will be on the left. Or you can do center alignment also. Center alignment, you have equal number of spaces on both the side, right? So you have to use something called as this sign, less than. Less than means it is left alignment. Less than means go, it's like arrow saying go left. So you're telling text go left. Okay, I want to put country as right alignment. So I'll put colon greater than, that means go right. And here I'll put, maybe I'll put 15 also here. Right? So I'm saying go right, okay, text go right within those 15 spaces. Okay, then what to do for position center alignment? Go left is left alignment, go right is right alignment, go up is center alignment. So you have a key there on 6, you see. So shift 6, okay, so colon shift 6 is like going up. And then you give here, let's say 20. So I'll copy this and I'll put it here. Now when you run it, so you see this? 15 spaces has been assigned. Now this name itself is what? 3 plus 3 plus 9. So 6 spaces are blank. And on the left side, because we said left less than sign, we are saying go to the left. So text went to the left and spaces are on the right. Here we are saying text go right. So blank spaces are on the left. And here equal number of blank spaces. If it is not equal, more spaces will be on the right side. So if let's say 9 spaces are left, for example, 4 will be on the left, 5 will be on the right. If it is 10, then 5, 5. Okay, so this is how you can align text also. Now here in cricket is exactly below each other, as is exactly below each other, for is exactly, who plays for exactly below each other, right? So this is how you can manage text formatting also. Okay, so format, yeah. Was there a question online? Okay, perfect. Okay, so so, in a way, we have completed our stage point 1 in a way. Okay. Basic.
Sir, can you
Yes.
explain the last line again?
Sorry, you said last line. You want to know last line.
Yes, sir, yes.
So see, I'm doing text formatting here. Okay. So player, what's the value of player? This is the value of player. So this value will come here. But I want to give fixed number of spaces. See, when you write checkbooks, right? In checkbook, when you have to write the numbers, they'll have boxes, remember? 6
Yes, sir, yes.
boxes or 7 boxes. If you want to write 100, you'll write 001 on the right side. And the blank spaces, check the square will be left blank on the left side. Something like that. So, I'm fixing 15 spaces. So I have fixed 15 spaces. Now, out of 15 spaces, this text is only 9 letters. So in that 15 spaces, should it be left aligned, right aligned, or center aligned? That is dictated by this sign here. So this is the value that you want to put in where place which has reserved 15 spaces for you. Okay. Within these spaces, should it be left aligned or right aligned? The arrow less than is trying to tell you go to the left, go to the left. That means I want to make it left aligned. So text will be left aligned in this. Is it clear now? So similarly, you have right align. You're pushing the text to the right side. The blank spaces will be on the left. Center aligned is like pushing text at the center. So you will have equal number of spaces on both the sides. Make sense, Ankit?
Sir, I am a bit confused about the position uh, sign.
Yes.
Sir, why you are not using the sign which you used in country or player? You are using the power sign in the position.
Uh, Why am I not using country?
Name. Uh, why you are not using the greater or less sign in position? You are using the power sign.
Ha! Because position I want to make it central aligned.
Oh, okay.
The greater than is to push it to the right. Left is to push it to the left. I want to put it at the center. So this sign is to put it at the center. So you have
Okay.
spaces on both the sides. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
question, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the semicolon, whatever is coming, I see that.
Can't hear you at all. Hello?
Yeah.
Who's this? Is this Ankit or Satish? Hello?
Just give me a minute. I'm just putting on.
Hello? Who was speaking?
Satish. Sir, Satish.
Satish, I can't hear you. Satish, I can't hear you at all.
Yeah. Just give me a minute. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Can't, no. I can only see your mic moving, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah. Now it's audible, right?
Very, very weak. Not able
Very
to
weak.
hear.
I think
Can you
now it's
type your
fine.
question?
Yeah, now it's fine. So my question is, I see that in line number 27 and 32 and 35, you have used a semicolon and you have used on the line number 27 of
Satish, I'm
function.
only getting few words like line number 27, question. I'm not able to hear you at all. I think you need to change your mic
Is it
or
audible
you have to
now?
come closer to mic.
Sir, he is
Is it
asking
audible
about the
now?
columns.
Colon. Okay.
Am I
So
audible
colon
now?
is to indicate for formatting. Okay. If you want to format, now if you talk about formatting float, right? So in float, you can format decimal spaces. Okay. If you want to
Okay.
format string, you're formatting about the spaces that you can reserve for the text.
No. My question is,
Yes, now I can hear you.
I understood that point.
Huh.
That's not my question. So, what is the semicolon function actually doing? Actually, it is trying to change some settings to the variable which you have provided. Is that the function?
Semicolon.
Yeah, the same.
No, I have not used semicolon anywhere.
Not semicolon, the double dots.
Colon. Okay.
Colon.
Double
Okay.
dot. Yeah.
Yeah. What exactly is this double dot
It
playing here?
indicates it. See, when you
See,
put this within this bracket, right? It
uh-huh.
indicates that left side of colon is the variable, the value that you want to display, and right
Uh-huh.
side is the formatting. So it is separating, colon acts as separator between formatting and the actual value that you need to format. So for example, if you see line number 27 here, I'm not using colon because I don't want to format. Okay. And if I want to format, I'll put colon to indicate that Python, hold on. Okay. I don't just need to print this value, but also I need to format it before printing. So it's like a indication saying that, okay, if you find something, if you find colon, that means you have formatting also coming. So right side of format is the way you want to format, and left side of colon is the value that you want to format.
Okay.
So colon is like telling that I want to format this value before you print it.
Okay. So it is asking. It is used as a. What function is the name? What is the name of it? Colon. What? There's no name special. Any special name for it. Because
It's called
the
colon
reason
in
why.
formatting. Colon in
Yeah.
formatting.
Colon in format.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
reason why I'm asking is, see, for
Yeah.
example,
Colon in
you
formatting.
can
Yeah.
you can use a round function to do that. If you do a round function, uh,
Correct. You can do round and there are other things, but this is easier, okay,
easier.
because
Yes,
you're
yes.
not using any function. You're directly
Yeah, yeah.
using it, isn't it? So
Yes,
number
yes,
of
yes.
characters that you will type here is much less than the round. Round itself is
Yeah,
6 characters.
exactly. No, 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 no. The
Right.
thing is,
So
it
yeah,
is
correct. You're
far,
right. So
it
this
is
is
far.
used when you're using F string or format string.
Okay,
So this is used when you have F here or dot format. Only
okay,
for
okay.
formatting you use this. Yes.
Yeah. The reason why I asked you is instead of using round, I can use a semicolon. Okay, it's a wonderful thing. I can finish it in
Yeah,
just
yeah.
two lines
Yeah.
actually.
Exactly.
So the reason why I asked this question is, what all are the options available in this column other than rounding off and positioning? I wanted to know so that I can search in the internet after this meeting. So if I have to search in the internet, what are the options available for the column? What do you call it? For formatting column? What is the name of it?
Colon in formatting. Column in format. Colon in
Exactly
format.
that.
Yes. Yes.
So the question is like I wanted to know what all options can be used to column in formatting actually because I'm not
Okay.
used
So the
to it.
question is, sorry.
See, see, I've seen that there are two formattings being done here. Okay, one is rounding off and one is positioning, the positioning in terms of placing the variable. So in the internet, if I search, I want to know what all options can be used.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You can search for it. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
so
So the
this
name
is
is formatting, colon and formatting, right?
correct. 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 And
Oh,
this you'll get under text. Okay. When you dig deeper into strings, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where you'll find this. Okay.
Yes,
So
colon and
we'll
formatting.
do one more example of colon when we do strings. So this you'll find it when you are doing string. It falls under string. Okay. So
Okay,
you'll find it on internet under string.
okay,
Okay. So
okay.
just say colon in format string. So it'll give you all the options.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you can't use this colon in variable integers also. You can use it, right? Can you use it?
Um.
Yeah, you used it for integer only, right? 0.2f is rounding of an
No. No. No.
integer, right?
So integer you don't have decimal value, right? So now see if
I'm
you want to use it for decimal round it off. Okay. You have to
uh,
convert that into float. So F will do that job. If you want to do a fixed position for integer, you have to explicitly convert into string. So you can convert your integer into float or string, right? So you
I
convert
understood.
into
Yeah,
float, you
yeah.
convert into string, and then you can do formatting based on whatever you want,
True, true.
right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now there's one more thing here. Now let's say I don't want to have spaces. I want to have, let's say, dot, 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 or underscore. So before this sign, you put the character that you want to display instead of blank spaces. Here I want to have dot. Just say dot before this. Okay. I want to have underscore. You put underscore. And when you don't put anything, by default it is space. So when you run it now, you see. So Zimbabwe is how many letter word? It is 3 plus 2, 8, right? And we're giving 15. So that means 7. So you'll see 7 underscores. Similarly, wicket keeper is probably 16 letter. So you have 4 dots here. So you can replace blank spaces with whatever, character that you want to display.
Use that dot colon and then uploading values to restricted till
Correct. Correct.
it will not work in normal normal basic auto.
Aha. No, so see, the normal print, this curly bracket itself will not work, right? Curly bracket will not work. I showed you, right? When you remove F, then this will be printed as it is. This is like entire text, right? So this is like entire text, right? So curly bracket itself will not be printed. So all these things are inside curly bracket. Curly bracket. Yeah. Okay. There's one more thing, okay, before I call it as that we have done level 1. Okay, so far, okay, you've been printing all this thing you see. Okay, we are using different print and every print is printing in different line here, right? 99% of the time, this is what you want. Okay, you want output to be in different lines, so you're using print. Now, you have only one text, only one, let's say, I am fine, how are you? Now, when I print it, you get entire single line, right? But I want to print this in 2 line. So we have something called as \n. Okay, \n is a we call it as escape character. Okay, escape character. Now there may be a situation where you might want to use some special character. So what Python has done, and not only Python, every language for that matter, Java, C++ also have it, that they have taken single character and given some special power to it. So they have taken single character and given special power. Okay, like for n, okay, it has given new line power. So if you do not, so this is like Superman ka cape. So if you do not give that cape, it is not. It's like a normal human being. Okay, so when you run it, it is n only. Now when you give him the dress, right, cape, it'll start flying in the air. Okay, so it'll break this line. Okay, so so you have /n for new line character, you have /t for tab space. So instead of n, if I want to give 4 spaces, by default tab is set as 4 spaces. You can always go and change it. So if I want to give tab spaces, okay, you see it has given 4 spaces here. So so there are some characters, and we will see slowly as we go along. These escape character, they work with slash, the \/ we call it, and the character, single character. The power is only for single character. No way power will go to h. Power will stay only till the next character, whether it is n, a, t, p, q, whatever. Okay. So when I say /t, okay, /t will give new tab. Okay, let's use /n so that the output is much better visible in /n. Okay, so you give /n and it goes in next line. I can give /n here also. So it goes to next line, right? So this is now, okay, if it has power, now if you want to remove the power, also you have to use escape sequence. Now let's say I want to print something like this. I want to print /n will create new line. I want to print this. Okay, and see, escape sequence works only with quotation. Escape sequence works only inside your quotes. Single quote, double quote. Okay. Now let's say I want to print something like this. So I go here and I say print. What will happen? /n will create a new line. You see, this new line is created because of /n. And the text will print as it is. But this is not what I want. I want /n as it is. So what did I say? This has got superpower. I need to remove that superpower. So I'll put one more /n. So what happens? These two slash together becomes one slash. Okay. So see, / has power, but I don't want to use the power. I want to tell that, / is a normal character, not a power character. So to remove also, you use / only. Okay. So 2 / will become 1 /. Okay. Now, if I want to print something like this, Then what should I do? How many backslash should I put? 3. So if I put 3, what happened? These two together became 1 backslash. And then backslash and what happened? New line. 4, yes. Okay. So if you want to get 10 backslashes, you have to put 20. Okay. Because 2 together will form 1. It's like you're giving backslash, the next backslash, if you give 1 before it, it will remove the power, right? So it becomes 1. But the next one will be left. So again, you keep a backslash. So 2 backslash will become 1 backslash. Okay. This is one thing you will learn. Then,
Simply for quotation.
yes. How can you print output without quotation? You want to put print, let's say player country position. So if you put player country position and you run it, you get in same line, right? If you want to give /n, you put something like this, no? Right. So see, print, you always have option to do quotation, or what you do, you put F here and you put okay. And for this, I'll put quotation, sorry, bracket. Now you don't want comma also, right? We'll delete comma also. Okay, instead of comma, I will say /n. I'm going to give space, okay? It will start from, okay. So you can always give within quotation. Okay. Now this is to break into 2 different lines. Now, how do I combine 2 lines into 1? Okay, so let's say I have print first line content. And here I have print second line content. Okay, when you run it, what happens? You get in 2 different lines. How do I combine into 1 then? Okay, so see, the next line is done by /n only, correct? So somewhere there is a /n here, right? Where is the /n? At the end of line. Okay, at end of line, you have /n, but which is not visible. So print will put /n at the end of every line, okay, automatically, which is not visible. Now to combine them, we need to remove that invisible /n. If it is not visible, how do you remove it? First, you have to make it visible, right? So you have to first make it visible. You make it visible and then you can remove it, right? To make it visible, okay, just like you put red light on Mr. India, right? You have something called as end command. End equal to /n. Okay, this is actual, which is put before every print. This is put before every print, okay? Or not before, sorry, at end of every print. This is at every print, okay? Every print has this, okay? Every print has this, okay? So now when you run this, okay, see there is no change here because what we just did is we made it visible. That's all. So this is there by default at end of every print command, okay, which is invisible even, you know. So I just made it visible. Now if you want to combine them together, just remove this /n, okay, and you run it. So see, it became together. Okay, you want to give space between these two, you put space. And here it can accept any number of characters. I want to give many spaces, hyphen, many spaces, you know, /d, /, and whatever, right? This is like a normal text, right? So it's like saying, put this text at the end of that line. That's why we say end command. Okay. end is putting new line by default. It is end is whatever you give there, it will put at the end of the line automatically. Whatever you give, it will be put at the end of the. So here you see first line content. So first line content. After that, this whole thing is printed here. Right? So exactly same thing is printed here. And then the second line content comes in. So when you don't need to handle like lines, if you are supposed to do different line, then you leave it. Okay, then not a problem. Otherwise, you need to.
Without slash and how is it it became a second line?
No,
Yeah.
without slash and only it becomes single line. No, if you put slash line, it becomes two different line. Without slash line only will make it. If you put slash n, it will put in different line. So we are removing slash n, so it becoming single line.
After end is equal. You have to give slash and
Break it into line. No, break slash n is always break new line. Slash n is always for new line. So if you want to break into new line, you have to put slash n. Slash n is always to put into new line. So it will break into new line. Right? Okay. So slash n will always break the line. Always break the line. So you remove it, it becomes single line. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is we need to talk about, okay, the next topic we are going to begin. So this is basic programming. Okay. Introduction kind of thing, basic. Now we are actually, we'll get into do some programming and we'll do some thing. So first topic is, we call them as operations. Okay. What are the different operations, okay, that you can perform on numbers or data, basically data. Okay. So, okay, let's do one more small thing before we get into that. Something interesting. You all know what is binary number system? Binary number system? 0, 1, hexadecimal, 0 to 9, A to E, right? 10 plus 6. So, you know, we say our number system is decimal system because we have 10 digits, right? 0 to 9 is 10. All our numbers are made up of 10 digits. Binary number system will have only two values, zeros and 1. Hexadecimal number system is made up of 16 digits. Octal is made up of 8 digits, 0 to 7. And all the numbers is combination of 0 to 7. So let's say if I have a value here, 50. Okay. I want to know its equivalent in decimal number system, binary number system, hexadecimal, octal decimal. So what you do is say print decimal number system. Okay. Let me first make all the 4 prints. Binary, hexa, octal. So we'll put decimal, hexadecimal we say, right? Hexadecimal, correct? Or hexa number system. Then you say octal. And then you have, say, binary. So you have function like integer, int of value. Int of value will convert this value into integer. Okay. Hexa. Okay, hex. And value. Okay. Input can be anything. Okay. It can take binary number and convert into hexa. Okay. It only talks about what is the target number system that you want to print. Target is hexa or octal or binary or integer. Okay. The input value can be any data type. Okay. That need not be only like integer only. So it can convert binary, you want to convert binary into hexa, or integer into hexa, or even integer into hexa, you just say hexa, hex. Okay. So it will convert into that format. Okay.
This type should be
Yes. So hex, then oct for octal. Okay. Bin for binary. You see, 50 is 50 only. Okay. Now you see here, when you do not have anything around this number, then it is treated as decimal. But when you have 0x, 0 small x is for hexa. 0 small o is for octal. So when you see a number with 0x something, that means it is a hexadecimal. When you see something with 0o, it is a octal number. It's not decimal number, it is octal number. And when you have 0b, then it is binary number system. Okay. Now, let's say I have a number value, okay, and here let's say I say 0b. 0b, when I write, that means I'm writing a binary number. And I don't know. So 1100 1100 1100. I want to know equivalent of all these in different form. You just copy and paste this here. Okay, and you run it. So this is equal to 3276 in decimal. In octal it is CCC. In octal it is 6314. And in binary, of course, it'll send you same value. So you can convert any number system into any number system. Only thing is, you have to indicate to the Python which number system are you giving input as. So if you're giving integer, nothing, you don't have to do anything. And most of the numbers will be integer, right? Probably, at least for our work, we are not going to use any of these things. This is just for knowledge that, we have something like that. Okay. Let's come back to operations. So operations, we talk about different operations that you can perform on those data types, basic data types. So we have something called as arithmetic operations, which is your mathematical operations, right? Right, plus, minus. Then you have something called as logical. Okay. Then you have, before logical, I want to do comparison, or we say relational. Relational or comparison operator. Okay. Operator and operation. Like plus sign is operator, addition is operation. So if you go to arithmetic, let's say I put value 1 equal to 50 and value 2 equal to 5. Okay. Here if you're giving, it should give semicolon, right? To give two different line. Or you can say value 2 50 comma 5. Okay. So first is value 1 plus value 2, right? So what do you get? 55. This is addition. Then if you do minus, it becomes, yes. If you do multiplication, it becomes 220, 250. Then division, correct, 10.0. Division is always float, okay? So you get 10.0 here, right? These are the basic operation, There are some special operation which you need to understand, okay? Double slash. Double slash will only give you the integer part. That means if you 5.0, you get what? Sorry, 5.0 you get 5. 10.0 you get only 10. If it is 10.9, you get. So if I say 54 here, so 54 will be 10.8. Correct? So what do you get? What do you get here? No, I said integer part. No. So what is integer? You get only 10. Okay, you get only 10. Okay, even if it is 10.9999 also, you get only 10 because we are only interested in the integer part, not in the decimal part. You get 10. So this is called integer division. Double division is called integer. This is normal division, and this is your integer division. You only get integer part. You also have something for double star. Okay, double multiplication. It is like power raised to. Yes, power or raised to. Yes. Okay, so it is like 54 to the power of 5. So you get this one. So it's like 54 to the power of 5. Now I want to find root of 54, square root of 54. How do I find 54 square root? 54 double star. See, square is 2. Square root is 1 by 2. Cube is 3. Cube root is 1 by 3. Power 10 is power 10. 10th root is 1 by 10. So if I want to do square root, I will say 1 by 2. That means I'm dividing 1 by 2 and then I'm doing raised to, or you can simply say 0.5 here. Here you can say 0.5 because 1 by 2 is 0.5. But you have to say cube root where it is 0.333. So you can say 1 by 3. So this will give you square root. Okay. So square root of 54 is 7.34. Right? This is your. There is one more thing, okay, and which is important, which is your modulo sign. We write percentage, but we say modulo. This gives you remainder. So when you divide something, okay, what is left, right? So if I perform here, you have 54 by 5, right? So 54 by 5, it goes by how many times? 10 times. 4 is the remainder. So when you run it, you get 4 as a remainder. Okay, so these are 8 or 7 things that to remember as part of arithmetic operator. 4 basic plus minus into division. Apart from that, you have integer division, double star, and modulo. Okay, so modulo will give you the remainder. Now I want to check if number is divisible by 3 or not. What do? You say modulo 3 and see if the answer is 0 or something else. If the answer is 0, it is divisible by 3, right? So these are your operators. Okay, we'll do relational and we'll stop here for today. I think will be too many things today, right? So we'll do relational and we'll stop. So relational, you are checking the relationship between two data. So they can be equal to, they can be not equal to, they can be less than, they can be greater than, they can be less than equal to, they can be greater than equal to. Okay, so let's again define value 1 comma value 2 equal to, let's take smaller number, 13 comma 15. Okay, so see, double equal to, single equal to is for assignment. This is again common mistake we people make. Single equal to is to assign the value. When I say x equal to 5, I'm saying make x equal to 5, right? Make x equal to 5. The moment if I say double equal to, I'm saying is it equal to? Okay, asking a question. Okay, is it equal to? So is value 1 equal to value 2. This is what it means. So when I say is it equal to, answer is what? No, false. So output will always be a Boolean value. Okay, the relational operators, output is always a bool value. So yes or no, that's all. No third option. So here you get false. Okay. Now I'm asking a question. Not equal to. This is how you write not equal to. So you get true, right? So let's run it and see. You see, false, true. Okay. So similarly, you can do for less than, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. So this is less than. What do you get here for less than? Value 1 is 13, value 2 is 15. What? True, yes. If I say greater than, false. If I say less than equal to, true. So less than equal to means it has to be less than or equal to, right? So true. And this will be again false, right? So when you run it, okay, get this. Now let's do it one. I'll make it both 15. Then this will be true. This will be false. So it will be true. This will be false. This will be false. False. Yes, 15 is not less than 15 or 15 not more than 15. This will be true and this will be true. Okay. So you see true, false, 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 and true, true. Okay. This is how relational operator will do. We'll stop here today. Okay. And we'll move to the logical operator tomorrow. We'll talk about logical operator. There's some membership operators and unary operator we'll see. But these three are important. These three we are going to use a lot in our work. Any question, guys, on phone?
Can you, go to the top ones, go to the